Before I start this video, I want to say, oh shoot, is it going to be backwards? Is it going to be backwards in the video? I hope it's Dream Metamorphosis by Cemetery Sun. This song is so good. I love this song so much. I will be covering it soon, so stream it.
This video was formed from a live ostrich.
Just a couple minutes ago, before I set up my camera to record this video, I realized I think I've already done this before. I thought about doing it as like a monthly series, but I mean, not everything I do has to be a series, you know? I will probably be doing this a couple times, a few times. I don't know. I think it's an easy video to make, and I haven't been posting many talking videos lately, and I want to get back to that. Speaking of which, I'm recording this video on Saturday. I start college on Wednesday, so I will probably be uploading a little bit less frequently. I'm still going to want to upload as much as I can, but unfortunately school has to be my #1 priority.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Yeah, I made this video in January, but I'm doing it again. I'm starting this note on August 1st. I'm gonna write down random thoughts I have, and when I have enough to make a coherent video, I'll record it. This video is gonna be probably very negative. I think I wrote a lot of negative notes on here, but anyway. I hate when my mom asks me, are you busy, when she needs me for something. Define busy. If I'm watching a YouTube video I enjoy, I would consider myself busy, but she probably wouldn't, because she'd be like, you can pause the video and do whatever. Sometimes she'll be like, are you busy? And she just wants me to bring her a snack. And then other times she'll be like, are you busy? And she wants me to go downstairs and help her with something, give her my opinion on something when it comes to decorating the house. Can you just tell me what you want me to do first, instead of being like, just... Because I'm not gonna stop and be like, what do you want me to do? I'm just gonna go downstairs and see what you want me to do. This is another thing that I hate. I hate when you have like a runny nose or a stuffy nose and you because one, sometimes people think you're crying. Have I talked about this before? Did I talk about this in my random thoughts I have video that I posted in January? I'm getting deja vu. Oh well, I'm gonna talk about it again. People think you're crying. If you're just like, I don't know, hypothetically, you're sitting in class and you go, someone might turn to you and be like, oh hey, what's wrong? When you just have a runny nose and it's like,
Nothing's wrong.
and two, it just sounds icky. When it comes to like bands releasing music, releasing albums and stuff, I hate lore. This might be an unpopular opinion, but like, I don't know how But They Found Me does a lot of lore related stuff. I'm not a huge enjoyer of them, but Set It Off is doing a lot of lore with their Elsewhere album and the Elsewhere era, and I don't like it because I am stupid and I find it very hard to follow. Am I gonna stop listening to Set It Off because they're doing lore? No. Let people enjoy things. If they enjoy doing lore, then who am I to stop that? They're obviously not gonna care what Tiffany Rock from YouTube thinks. I tend to try to ignore it as much as I can. I enjoyed the album Elsewhere. I listened to it. I have covered a couple songs from it. Like, I still like the album. It's just the lore behind it. I don't understand any of it.
I don't understand. What do you mean I don't understand?
I almost moved on, but there's something else in my notes that I want to mention. Shout out to Cemetery Sun, because they'll just be like, hey, we have a song coming out in June, and then they drop it. There's no lore, there's no lead up. It's just, we have a song coming out, and then it comes out. So you know when you have an iPad and you can use it in portrait and in landscape mode? I think that Apple should allow you to have a portrait wallpaper and a landscape wallpaper, because the wallpapers that I have now look kind of weird when you use it in landscape mode. I used to think that brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts were the best Pop-Tarts, but I tried the s'mores ones recently and I really like them. This one was very random. Like, the rest have had like lots of coherent thought to it, and then it's just Pop-Tarts. I love the combination of colors when it comes to like designing and clothing and art and stuff like that, but I'm also someone who thinks that you can make any combination of colors work. So if you come to me asking for advice like, hey, do you think these colors clash, like 90% of the time I will probably say
No, I think they look cool. I think it's a unique combination.
I'm not the best when it comes to, I guess, giving advice about color. I guess it could kind of be the same way with like patterns. Like, I don't know, I love to mix and match things and try different combinations of different patterns and different colors, especially with outfits. I love being creative with outfits, wearing my silly little looks to the grocery store, you know? Oh my god, there's another negative one. I'm sorry, I'm being a negative Nancy in this video. Something that annoys me lately there are these TikToks that be like, guys, I don't think you're listening to them, and then they just put the lyrics on the screen. So I wanted to make my own one of these so I wasn't like calling out anyone specific, because I definitely didn't want to do that, especially when it's broad genre of TikToks that I'm talking about, but then I realized it has copyrighted music in it, so you guys are gonna get a sneak peek of my Metamorphosis cover. Up for days like there is no escape, I just wanna calm down. Tell me how to calm down! It's like an undercurrent pulling me in. It's all the pain I feel. Yeah, those are the lyrics. I'm reading them. This is gonna sound really stupid, but I hate when songs start and end with the first line. It's not that I don't like the songs, but I just feel like when you wrap it up the same way that you start it, it has to be really good in order for it to work for me. Love Story by Taylor Swift. I still don't like that it does this. The song starts with "We were both young when I first saw you," and it ends the same way. "We were both young when I first saw you." If I'm Lucky by State Champs, one of the reasons why I kept putting off my cover of that song is because I hate that it ends that way. It starts with "Hello Sunshine," it ends with "Hello Sunshine," and I don't know, it gives me the ick. I don't like it. Do you guys remember Matty B Raps? He's kind of blowing up a little bit on TikTok right now for his cover of Miss Jackson. "Me and your daughter got a special thing going on." If you look at him now,
dude looks like one of the people who would bully me in middle school.
Something that I've noticed about my parents is that when I try to talk to my mom about like almost anything, it kind of turns into a whole deep lecture conversation. Where with my dad, it's like, I say it and he'd be like, "Oh, really?" Or like that, like, for example, if I talk about Panic at the Disco to my mom, she'll start a whole conversation about cancel culture. Where if I mention Panic at the Disco to my dad, he'd be like, "Oh, Panic at the Disco, that's a band from the past." And I'll be like, "Yeah, don't like them anymore. Brendan Urie was a piece of shit to his bandmates, he's transphobic and racist." And my dad would be like, "Oh." And that's it. That's the conversation. This is another really stupid, I mean, yeah, these are random thoughts, so they're all kind of really stupid, but when people go to concerts and they're filming and the artist looks at their camera, like they post that video or picture or whatever online and people be like, "Oh my god, the artist was looking at you, you guys made eye contact." No, you didn't. They looked at your camera. They were looking at your camera lens. They were not looking into your eyes. I have a bunch of pillows on my bed. And a Squishmallow. Shout out to Katie. I only really sleep with 1 or 2 pillows. And it's like, yeah, putting 1 or 2 pillows on my bed wouldn't look pretty. It's kind of annoying having to like throw them out of the way when I go to bed. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person when it comes to the last Panic at the Disco album that they're willing to defend. Like for me, I enjoy a couple of songs off of Pray for the Wicked, but I'm only really willing to defend Death of a Bachelor. I think that was their last very good quality album. I enjoy a couple songs off of Pray for the Wicked because my music taste sucks. Like some people would be like, "Oh, they peaked at Vices and Virtues. They peaked at Too Weird to Live, Too Young to Die." I think that's what the album's called. So I feel like, I don't know what that means about a person, but I feel like you can tell a little bit about that person. To end off this video, I wanted to make a video of things that used to scare me when I was a kid, but after taking notes of what I remembered, talking to my brother and my parents, I don't have enough stuff to make that its own video, so I'm just gonna tag it to the end of this. The first Annoying Orange video scared me. My brother showed it to me probably around the time that it was released, and if you guys don't know how it goes, it's like,
"Hey, Apple." "What?" "Knife." "Huh?" "Ooh." "Oh, I warned you." "Ow." "Well, that looks like it hurts."
And since this was a sentient apple, I cried myself to sleep that night because that apple was killed. So this is when I was really young, but things with faces scared me. And I didn't think it was as bad as it was until my mom elaborated on it. Like, I knew I was scared of like jack-o'-lanterns and snowmen, but my mom told me I was even scared of like smiley face stickers. My parents included the Easter Bunny as a thing with a face. I don't know if that would count. And I feel like most kids are kind of scared of the Easter Bunny. Like that's kind of like a normal thing to be scared of. And I guess I was also scared of Face from Nick Jr. You guys remember Face? I don't remember being scared of Face. I remember Face, but I don't remember being scared of it. Yeah, I was scared of most things that had a face on it. That's the last thing I had. One more thing, this wasn't me, this was my brother. If he watches this video, he's gonna be pissed, or if he hears me right now, he's gonna be pissed that I am telling this story. My brother was afraid of tampons. My mom would chase him around the house with a tampon, and that is how I'm ending this video. If you liked this video and you want to know more of what goes on in this silly little brain of mine, like it, comment down below a random thought that you might have, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, share with your friends. all that crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Stream Metamorphosis by Cemetery Sun, and I never know how to end these things.